Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today's deck is both outrageous and mainly AF, as we are going to showcase BRAUM and TARIC together in a gem mid-range list. Now, this deck has a lot going on for it, and I'm going to start off by explaining what the champions are doing here, and then we're going to move on to the follower package, which makes things really interesting, specifically because of a new drop called Starlit Seer, which I know a lot of you have seen in the past, and he puts in the massive work in this deck. But before we get onto that, let's talk about BRAUM and TARIC for a bit and why I chose them for this, like I said, gem mid-range list. Well, first of all, BRAUM is a challenger regeneration body, which is really strong. A very powerful combination of keywords, basically. Having the ability to take on certain threats and heal back up that damage lost in the exchange makes BRAUM a really strong deck, champion, especially against unit-based decks. And one of the key aspects of BRAUM regarding when you're deck building around him is having the ability to buff his attack stat. And with gems, we can do that. We can permanently grant BRAUM +1 attack for each gem that we apply onto him. And also, we have a nice turn 3 into turn 4 play with Mentor of the Stones to support BRAUM and grant him +2/+2 stats as well. The fact that we're granting BRAUM these stats is very important because it allows us to carry on this permanent buff and utilize BRAUM as a very strong mid-range clean-up sort of champion. And then we have TARIC, who we've seen in the past on this channel. I built a TARIC Fiora list, and TARIC really had a very key role in that deck, making sure Fiora would take no damage and would survive hits, and we could work on for that win condition, right? In this particular deck, we have some synergy that TARIC really does help us promote, in particular the Arbiter of the Peak, which we are running as a full set, and he can also potentially protect BRAUM from certain damages, or even though we don't generally want to use him with BRAUM leveled up because we want BRAUM to take hits, right? So we can spawn Poros, but we can use TARIC in several ways to support a bunch of our other overwhelming attackers. But the main reason why we're actually playing TARIC here is honestly as a card draw engine, because as you guys can see, we have a full set of Pale Cascade and Guiding Touch, which we can both apply onto TARIC, and therefore when TARIC attacks, he will be supporting and duplicating the spell onto the supported unit, enabling us to draw 2 cards for 1 as we go for these play, getting ourselves card advantage. And also we can potentially even utilize Star Shaping onto TARIC, attack, and then duplicate Star Shaping and get 2 copies of the card that we selected as we invoked, which is very nutty value, right? That's what TARIC is doing here. He's making sure that we don't run out of gas, and we're able to capitalize on our cheap spells to get some really solid card draw going on. And card draw in Runeterra is easier said than done, so that really helps us not run out of gas and potentially outvalue the opponent as we are being aggressive at the same time. So that is quite simply TARIC's support, or TARIC's role in this deck, which is that of support and card draw. BRAUM can potentially become more of a win condition later down the line, but one of the most key aspects of this deck is the fact that we're running a full set of, like I said, Starlit Seer. Starlit Seer is a 2-mana 2/3 that says when you cast a spell, grant the top ally in your deck +1/+1. So with gems, as they are very cheap spells, we can chain these, get some attack grants going on across the board, and for every single one that we play, we are translating a +1/+1 boost to the top ally in our deck. And we are aiming to capitalize on this significant stat gain through the likes of overwhelmed units. As you guys can see, we're running a full set of Ruthless Raider, we are running a couple of Crescent Guardians, and we are also playing a full set of Arbiter of the Peak. We have several overwhelm units. Also, BRAUM really benefits from buffs as well, even though he does not have overwhelm. The fact that his regeneration and challenger means the more you buff him, the better, right? So also another great potential target for Starlit Seer. This really gives us some strong odds of getting these very powerful boosts on a unit that's really going to exacerbate them. And overwhelm is one of the few keywords that makes it so that the more, you never really get diminishing returns from buffing an overwhelm unit, because the bigger it is, the more damage is going to guarantee to do the opposing Nexus, and it's not really going to be vulnerable to getting chump blocked again and again. So that's the idea with that. We want to combine gems with Starlit Seer to get some massive stat gains. As we control the board with BRAUM, we draw cards with Taric, and then we overwhelm the opponent in the late game with some surprise arbiters of the peak. As we chain all these gems and we get these support mechanics going on, and we play more gems and Taric, we'll eventually get to a point where Arbiter of the Peak costs 0 mana, and we can slap him on the board, a few of them in fact, back to back, when we've already depleted our mana, and our opponent will be really caught off guard with that kind of play as we lead on with a very powerful attack for the win. That is just generally how we tend to win games with this deck, even though we also have some pretty big power Celestial plays, as we have not only Star Shaping but also Solari Priestess to help us invoke, and Spacey Sketcher, so that we can have some very big, strong potential finishers with our invoke mechanics. And thanks to Taric, we can get multiple copies of those as well. So there are several different ways to win. We have a one of a Bastion in Hush for niche scenarios in which we need some key protection from some high-end removal like Vengeance, or Hush to survive against multiple decks. And I mean, Hush is just kind of like a ridiculous card. So if you're playing Targon, you need to be playing at least one copy of it, in my opinion. And that's where I'm going to end the deck tech at. So yeah, very fun list. Suffers quite a bit from Hush, but not so much as Taric Fiora did, for example, because we're not all in with Taric. We tend to spread out really well. So even cards like Hush tend to have a difficult time really slowing down our all-in attack, right? And it also costs our opponent their entire turn to defend. So yes, we're weak to it. Any Taric deck is going to be weak to Hush, to be completely honest with you, but we are less so than other variants of Taric decks that rely more on him to win games. Overall, very, very fun deck, very highly synergistic, really fun to play, and if you're into gems and Target shenanigans, then this deck is going to be a blast to play. And I got some really sick gameplay for you guys today from a stream that I had on Sunday, in which I went up against some of the top players in Masters. And we had some good matches showcasing the synergy here. So that's all I got to say. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do upload a new deck every single day. So leave a like, subscribe. It's free. Free, it's good. And I will stop talking. Enjoy the matches. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so Swain, Teemo. I'm going to drop the Bastion as well. Guiding Touch could be good. I'm gonna drop it too. See if I can find some other stuff like, you know, the Starlit Seer.
These jewels are more than mere trinkets.
The winter's claw strikes.
I'm gonna play the Ruthless Raider.
Remember my words.
Smack him for 4.
Have a mushroom. Have 3. Fight or die.
I'm going wide. Like that Bastion there.
Heed the path.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler. There they go.
Be brave.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
A little luck for those who need it. The journey is difficult. These will protect you. They say these were from the Protector himself. Remember my words.
Would a mushroom help?
I'm gonna push here.
Protector, be brave.
We see through all.
Only the worthy join the stars.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Got him. It was so obvious that his other card was a Ravenous Flock, not only because of the Arachnoid Sentry setup, but also because when I dropped the 6/6, his first reaction was to attack, to try to bait me to block into it so he could finish it off. So he really telegraphed it there. So I knew one of his two cards, like he had a Ravenous Flock plus a top deck. So if I go for the open attack, unless he drew a Mystic Shot or something else, Bastion would win me the game right then and there, right? Because if he top decks something like a Leviathan, all of a sudden my overwhelm attack is done. Like Taric did not really do much at that point because we ran out of gas. But you know, we got it just in time. That he also like attacked so recklessly with the Arachnoid Sentry. You don't do that unless you have a way to kill off the unit, right? So that told me he had Ravenous Flock. It's the fact that he attacked that gave it away. Let's drop you. You are decent to... No, you're not that great here. I'd rather do a full mulligan. Keep the Pale Cascade. It's always a good card to have. And search for the Starlit Seer. Much better.
A little luck for those who need it. Heed the path.
Here beyond. Vermin.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
We're carrying over the spell mana.
We chart our path by the stars.
I am truly honored, Protector.
You honor me with every blessing you give.
Take heart.
We're gonna pair these two. Do see the comment. We're gonna use this to draw.
This will be a good winter. To protect all.
Never submit.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
These gems grant a wearer harmony.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty sparkle flag.
Horns that pierce the heavens.
I'm thinking here about. All right.
Fight or die.
The dawn has arrived. With its light, the Solari will unite the heavens. The sun's splendor revealed.
An auspicious season.
Look sharp. Honor the mountain.
Blessed by snow and
To preserve beauty and protect all life.
Believe or burn. Back, heretic. Have faith.
The problem with me like relying on an open attack is that Hush can really shut me down. But the idea is to resort to combat tricks after he's like, I have to spread out as much as I can and in a very, very aggressive way.
Bless the people and fear the heavens.
I am the bulwark against darkness.
Right. We definitely want to drop the Arbiter of the Peak this turn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Starlit Seer.
we see through all.
Because Starlit Seer allows us to really capitalize on our spells to get some really powerful buffs and drop this down to 2 mana as well. It's actually fine.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say. An auspicious season.
This is the mountain's final test.
Oh, floaty crystals.
It is time.
Exercise caution.
Try to leave a dent.
No mercy for heretics.
Ever vigilant.
You need Hush. Oh. Or not. Got him! There we go. Overwhelming power! Nice. Okay, you know what? I actually like this hand as a whole. I like the Bastion in this matchup. Zoragath, thank you for the sub, man. Pretty successful using this deck in Platinum. Can you say it's a tier 1-2 deck? I've only played so much with it. Like, I've only had a total of like 4 games, so it's early to say.
Give me love, Mogwai. I subbed.
Love! Have love. There you go.
We see through all.
Let me show you what I can do.
I haven't seen you in a while.
My turn.
I think that's it.
Speak, stars.
Speak, I say!
Let the flames take you.
Alright. Well, that's pretty good for us.
Let us get going.
Alright. He could still have a, he could have a Ravenous Flock, so if I attack with Braum now, we're in for... We're gonna have some problems, so let's actually pass here. We don't want to play into Ravenous Flock. We want to have Bastion enabled. Also potentially this.
Fight or die.
These jewels are more than mere trinkets.
Delish. You spurn my gift?
This would be a good winter.
Maybe I'm not using Braum correctly here. Alright.
Is that all?
Yeah, I don't think I used Braum correctly.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Alright, that's good.
Blessed by snow and stars. Ah, an auspicious season. It is easy, see? This will be a good winter. Good luck. Have fun. These eyes see all. The fight. Blessed by snow and stars. This will be a good winter.
That's a thick Taric, though. Oh my goodness.
Empire above all. Loyalty through conflict.
Beauty and life.
Beauty and life.
Pledge or perish.
Really?
Fade and be gone.
Alright.
Honor the mountain.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Look sharp.
Have you met my shield? Vermin!
Lost in reflection. Unyielding.
This will be a good winter!
Problem is the Leviathan here. I could have actually dragged this the other way around. Buffed you and forced him to trade there instead of having to waste both of these. I think this was a mistake.
An auspicious season!
Time to celebrate!
My legacy.
Conquest for Empire! Fire!
By my hand will Noxus rise.
Grand General!
This will be a good winter!
Nothing escapes my watch. Darken the sky!
Such little lies.
Come, Guardian.
Trespassers will be vanquished.
Smell that barg? Fear. Fire knows its own.
An auspicious season!
Rip their flesh! Embers and smoke.
Artillery barrage!
I will break them.
Forward!
You are safe with Braum. Who goes there?
We feast tonight, Varg.
10, 2, 3.
It is easy, see? Fire!
Bleed or Noxus.
Time for talking to. Let's show our friends the door. Ah, this is fun, yes?
There we go.
Victory is a thing of beauty.
I agree. All right. We do want to find the Starlit Seer.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
Peer beyond! Vermin!
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
I'm not gonna play Braum. I'm gonna drop this guy here. We could see an avalanche go down, or a vile feast.
These gems grant a wearer armor.
These eyes see all.
Now I'm gonna play into an avalanche. I'm gonna keep the Starlit Seer in the back. It's fine that he was able to answer that. Like, we want those gems anyways, because this is gonna allow us to really get some crazy stat boost.
Be brave.
We would rather preserve these for Braum though, or other, like, we actually would like to just go double
The
this.
trolls are going to war!
The winter's claw strikes.
Bow to your king!
Blessed by snow and stars. An auspicious season.
Leave nothing standing.
I'm gonna bluff a Peo Cascade, even though Troll Chant could be a thing.
Tougher than a troll.
But I can't develop Braum because I am open to an Ice Quake. That's just gonna clear my board. So I'm gonna try to be aggressive here, and like I said, bluff. He goes for that preemptively, which is good for us. We also get a couple of buffs, and we're able to play Braum here while preserving our spell mana.
I came to fight! Let us get going!
Let's see what we got to buff. Right, a second Starlit Seer. That's neat.
They brave or stupid?
We have to watch out for Atrocity. Arigato gozaimasu! I have to watch out for Atrocity. We have healing.
Who goes there? This will be a good winter.
They say these were from the Protector himself.
My shield is my sword. Show me your best.
Vermin.
There no one else? Our strength is yours.
We see through all. An auspicious season. This will be a good winter.
It is easy, see? Can't handle a little cold? It's good to be the king.
An auspicious season. Blessed by snow and stars.
Get ready for a beatdown.
Fly away while you can. Back to our perch. An auspicious season.
Of course we are still friends.
I didn't think about that. Hush is actually good to have. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna keep Hush because in this matchup, you can certainly put in the work.
Who goes there?
We always prioritize the Starlit Seer.
These eyes see all.
Even though this could represent more damage. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. That's annoying. Alright.
One star's whimsy is another spark.
An auspicious season.
Is it the boosters? Who knows?
I'm gonna develop BRAUM because there is no 5 attack unit that I'm expecting here.
Have you met my shield?
And I can work for BRAUM's level up and fill up the board a little bit.
It is easy, see?
So that works out better.
I suppose. Stand behind Braum. Here we go.
Ooh, you're interesting.
We are enabling the Radiant Guardian here. That's what's happening. I keep falling into that trap.
Virtue guides me.
Beauty and life.
Sure, you're all shiny and majestic, but can you float?
I could certainly try.
Okay.
Dim.
This is fun, yes? Look how we have grown!
Alright, so BRAUM is leveled up. BRAUM is dead.
Fight another day.
BRAUM is back.
Is it the boosters?
Who knows?
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
I am worried about Judgment here.
Celestial power.
Show me your best.
Floaty crystals.
If he goes for that, he pretty much clears my entire board. Is that the end of the world? I get a shitload of gems here. Maybe just hold back on you.
Wrong.
I should have attacked with this instead and buffed this because, yeah, another mistake.
My faith protects me.
Another mistake.
Soldiers, to me!
We fight. We should be friends.
I will end this here! Fall, heretic! Hold back the darkness!
Okay. All right.
Only the worthy join the stars.
Don't worry. I am here.
I'm not worried. Should I be worried?
No star should be bound.
Said the Targonian.
We must protect the peak.
I will dispatch the unworthy. The constellations bow to me.
My, how they stare.
To protect all.
Celestial power.
Never submit.
If he has Judgment, he has it. We have to go all in.
How middling.
I will end end this here! Stay back! Stand for what's right! Hold back the darkness!
It's time to shine.